It's time again, friends, to start this week's Explore Tulsa, and we begin with a chuckle or two.
Then it's cell towers.
Followed by the kind of speed racers do.
Plus the big catch.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Thank you for stopping in this week for Explore Tulsa. Stevie, why do you have that on?
Well, the Comedy Parlor downtown just opened up, and I thought I'd try out a couple of my new jokes.
Oh, I can hardly wait for this.
Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie?
I don't know. Why?
Because he was too far out, man.
I'm going to save you from the rest of Stevie's jokes and just introduce you to some really funny guys at the Comedy Parlor.
Wait. One more. Why don't you ever see hippos hiding in a tree? Because they're really good at it.
You know, I was an HBO kid. I would stay up late at night watching all of the stand-up comedians and all of the funny movies before I was supposed to be watching them, you know, according to the ratings. But so I was always into it, and I think just making people laugh was always something that I was drawn to. I don't know, I was always cracking some sort of idiotic joke.
I got involved with comedy years ago with my comedy partner Ben Beckham back in high school. We both are graduates of Edison High School, and we started some improv and humorous and dramatic duet performances back in high school. And coming out of college, I went to Stillwater, and Ben went to school here in Tulsa. He started with Laughing Matter group, and after a few years, whenever I came back from school, we started performing together, and from there we kind of merged into what we're doing now as the Comedy Clinic.
I think improv has been developing slowly for the last 40, 50 years. It's just been kind of reshaping, and eventually I think it kind of came to some sort of perhaps a commercial form where people would actually enjoy it and get an entertainment value out of it. And I would say that started back maybe in the 80s or 90s. And a few theaters would pop up in the bigger markets. Now eventually, you know, it's kind of reached its way, and fortunately we have enough talent in Tulsa that we're able to pull it off.
It wasn't until Whose Line Is It Anyway that improv comedy really started to take off to the mainstream, and because you could see it on primetime television. And once people started to understand how they could participate in it, you really see more people wanting to go out to an improv show and get more involved, more so than you would have, say, in the mid-90s before primetime television with Whose Line Is It Anyway.
It came out of a need to have a place to perform, is where it came from. A number of years ago, I mean, for a long time, all of the improvisers would hang out and say, well, man, we need a place that we can just perform without performing at a coffee shop or some theater that has graciously let us use their space when they're not using it. And so over the years, it's just been kind of bubbling, and we were fortunate that we found some backing last year, and that we were able to say, let's do it. Let's open it up.
All of us in the Comedy Clinic were very enthusiastic about the Comedy Parlor when we saw it was going to be here. In fact, we saw a sign for it several months before it opened, and I immediately sent a message to Jason Watts and said, hey, we're the Comedy Clinic. We've been around since 2002. We're very interested in coming down and performing with you guys. And he got back to me almost immediately. We're very excited to have a venue that's a true comedy parlor theater for our type of comedy.
I think that laughs are important, and that we can all afford to have a few more laughs on our day. So if I or one of the acts that perform here can make you laugh a little bit, go, you know what, that was a pretty fun show. then hopefully we've given them something worthwhile.
Improv comedy can be so much fun.
And the Comedy Parlor looks like they're off to a good start. If you'd like to catch a show or learn more about the comedy classes, visit comedyparlor.com to find out more.
Hey, yeah, it's going okay. Clown walks into a bar. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
That's a good one, but I don't think I can tell it though. It's my comedy writer. He got some new material for me.
No, but I'm glad you brought your phone out because next we're gonna learn a little bit about cell towers.
Yeah. Okay, I tell it. He thinks it'd be funnier if you were wearing the chicken hat.
Stick around. We'll be right back with AllTech Communications when Explore Tulsa continues.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your event extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
Call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hello and welcome back for more Explore Tulsa. Expecting another call from your writers?
No, I think it's just amazing how far this little guy's come, since it really came on the scene back in 1983.
It sure has. 21 years later and over 91% of all adults have cell phones.
I can't wait until they have cellular implants.
That way you don't have to carry anything around?
Right, and you can charge your phone by sticking your finger into the cigarette lighter.
And I bet AllTech Communications will still be making cell towers to keep all those phones going.
I'm Chris Langholz, and I'm with AllTech Communications. It's a company located here in Tulsa, Oklahoma that my brothers and I started about 15 years ago. And we saw a need for different type of technology to help the main carriers at that time out, the Sprints and T-Mobiles of the world. And so we started with our engineers designing and developing mobile tower products. AllTech Communications is actually one of the only manufacturers of this specialty product where we actually manufacture everything here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Everything from the trailers, tower bases, the tower sections, everything but the wheels, nuts, bolts, and axles are manufactured right here in Tulsa. So the main carriers, when they first were in what I'd call the expansion mode, they would use our product to immediately go into a new market and put our tower at a site and raise it and immediately start generating cellular calls. At that time it was just cellular, there wasn't a lot of data going on. And then right next to it they would start working on a permit for a permanent tower. And when that's finished they would take our tower down and move it to the next location. Over the years, we've had a lot of new opportunities to use our product that we never really even anticipated. A couple of examples would be some large sporting events. We were one of the first companies to provide communication amongst the different law enforcement agencies down at the Super Bowl down in New Orleans. And so we worked with the Department of Public Safety down in Louisiana and provided several tower trailers to them so that they could communicate with the fire, police, ambulance, and other regulatory departments. My brothers and I try and take our family values and incorporate them into the shop. We believe that everybody is just as important as the other, And we also believe in trying to get a lot of feedback from our employees as to better ways to actually manufacture and assemble our product. So we've had some great ideas over the past 15 years actually come from our employees as to new designs on the tower trailers. When we started AllTech, we decided we wanted to keep it in Tulsa for a couple of reasons. First, we were born and raised in Tulsa. All my brothers and I, born here, went to school here, parents lived here and everything. So this is our base, this is our foundation. Tulsa's been very good to us. So when we started AllTech, we made a committed decision to keep it in Tulsa itself, not in one of the surrounding communities, not move it to the East Coast or the West Coast where we could easily market the product from there too, or even do it out of the country, and so where there's cheaper labor. Tulsa, we wanted to pull from the what we feel is a very good employee base in Tulsa, along with a lot of really good vendors that we work with and understand our product.
I tell you, I love it when we find families working together to make big things happen right here in Tulsa.
Yeah, Chris and his brothers are doing just that. And if you'd like to learn more about their business, visit goalltech.com.
Hang on. Yeah, right. Sounds good.
Who is calling you now?
It's my crew chief at the Hallett Motor Speedway. My car's ready to roar around the track.
Well, this I've got to see. Hallett Motor Speedway is next when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
All right.
Find us 1 block east on 71st and Garnett, behind Salvation Army. Free admission, parking free too. Y'all come out and see us now.
At Video Revolution,
we've got
today's 3D technology,
smart TVs,
and I can help you pick the one that's a larger size TV.
We handle it all here at Video Revolution.
Now people can get
a 90-inch TV.
Locally owned and operated.
Now coming up on a 30-year anniversary.
Customer service is our priority.
We have our own service center.
It just brings back enjoyment to watching TV.
And now it's affordable for everybody.
And we sell fun stuff. It's like toys for big kids.
Customers that come into Video Revolution are blown away.
If you're looking for somewhere in Tulsa that you'd like to go fast at, then you're in luck because we got it right here for you on Explore Tulsa.
That's right, Stevie. Just about anyone can get qualified to run their cars at the Hallett Motor Speedway. And recently we stopped in to talk to a few folks about what going fast is all about.
The need for speed. It very much is an addiction. When we have a street guy come out and a guy comes out in his Mustang, comes out in his Miata, his Honda, and he goes through that school that we have, and he's on track 5 times, at the end of the day, I can tell you if that guy's going to be back, and mostly they are. It is an addiction.
There's a sticker that goes on a shop door. It says, "Through these doors lies an obsession to which there is no known cure." That's it.
A lot of people mistakenly think that it's all an adrenaline rush, but to me, when I'm in the car, this is my zen moment. This is when I feel the most calm, the most clear-headed, and I just feel at peace.
Racing is 90% of my life. It means a lot to me, and if I couldn't do it, I don't know what I would do.
Oh, it's always the same. I am so glad I did it. I want to come back and do another day. I want to come back. I want to bring my children. It's always the same.
Married a very long time ago, my husband said to me, "Someday we're going to own a racetrack." And I went, "Yeah, sure, in your dreams." So we went on with our lives, and I taught school for years, and Mike was with AllTech Chemical for years. And one day he said, "Okay, this is it." And we ended up starting a race school for people, and we started renting this track. And the guy running the track said, "I need to go to China to do some engineering work. Why don't you take over for me?" We did, 1989. And we've been running it ever since. And the boys came in with us, Shane and Scott, and they bought the track in 2000. And then we went in on it with them in 2001. And so we've been here since 1989, having started in 1976 racing.
I started racing when I was 7 years old out at Junior Raceway Park. I fell in love with the sport immediately, and I've been doing it ever since.
One day I got to drive around the track in a truck, and Dad got me a race car for Christmas, and after the first year he could tell I got serious about it, and I wanted to do it seriously, and so we've invested a lot of time and effort into this.
I've always wanted to drive Porsches. I own street Porsches throughout my life and have one now, but I've never raced Porsches until just the year before last. Had the opportunity to buy the car. I needed a race car at the time, and so I decided it was time to start racing Porsches.
When I'm in a regular car, I have a hard time separating how I am on the track and how I am in a normal car, as evidenced by my speeding tickets, but I plead the fifth.
It's a 1991 full race prepared cage spec Miata. It's flat black. It was originally a Mazda Miata, but they went into the inside of the car and fully changed it to a full-out race car. It's a 1.6 liter. I've carried 60 miles an hour through turn 1 a few times.
This is a 911 Porsche Cup car, which is purpose-built for racing, which means it comes out of the factory meant to be a race car. It's fully set up to be on the track, and it's a spec series, which means that all the cars that I race against are basically the same, which is good for drivers because it develops our technique, and it's really more about the driver than the car.
It's just super exciting to watch the races. And no matter where you stand on this track, once you're in this track, you're in this track. You have 80 acres to roam around wherever you want to be, find a place that's comfortable for you, and just watch the race from every vantage point that you want. And you're free in here. It's like nowhere else. You know, you're not cooped up next to a guy in a grandstand somewhere. If you want to walk around, you can walk. You can ride a go-kart, mini bike, your car. It's a completely different environment than what most races are.
My husband used to always say, you know, someone would go, "What do you do?" And he says, I sell drugs. And they'd always say, "What kind of drugs? Are you a rep for one of the company?" He goes, "No, I sell speed. And it makes the adrenaline pump, and you go back because you love it."
Oh, I'd love to go out to Hallett, take a few spins around the old track. Give me your keys.
Why do you want to take my car?
Well, you know, in case I have a wreck or something.
The folks at Howlett have made racing as safe as possible, but to learn how you can take your own car out on the track, visit hallettracing.net.
If you'd like to catch more speed in action, then stick around, because coming up next on Explore Tulsa, we'll take a look at the top 10 catch plays of 2013.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your events extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Hello, we here at Explore Tulsa are all set to go when it comes to Super Bowl XLVI.
It's Super Bowl 48, Stevie.
Well, once they got into the 40s, it was all over for me.
But with Super Bowl 48 just days away, we thought it would be fun to bring you the top 10 grabs in the 2013 Tulsa High School football season.
You know, that'll help you get your game face on.
The passing game has become a big part of every level of football, and in 2013, few matched the aerial accomplishments of those making up the top 10 for high school football in Tulsa, Oklahoma. At number 10, Travis Hitch of Rogers. Week 9 in the regular season saw Rogers taking on Cassia Hall. 1st and 10 at midfield for the Ropers. Quarterback Alfred Lewis takes the snap, launches it downfield. Hitch goes up over 2 defenders and makes the grab at the Cassia 19 before being wrestled out of bounds. At number 9, Kale Mulkey of Bixby. Bixby took on Sand Springs in Week 2 and rolled to a victory thanks in part to the Bixby receivers making plays like this. 2nd and 10 from the Bixby 20. Quarterback Marshall Ray fires for Kyle Ryan. The ball is tipped, snagged by Mulkey, who takes it a few more yards before being brought down. Mulkey finished the year with 172 yards and 2 TDs for the Spartans. Number 8, Matt Cloud of Jinx. Few tight ends can make plays like Matt Cloud of the Trojans. Week 3 against Owasso proved that with this unbelievable catch. Jinx at the Owasso 19. Quarterback Cooper Nunley steps back and hits Cloud over the middle, who's upended in midair by 2 Owasso defenders at the 4-yard line. He manages to hang onto the ball, allowing Jinx to eventually score and continue their perfect season in 2013. Number 7 on the big catch list, Jeffrey Mead of Union. One thing's for sure, in a jump ball situation, Union's Jeffrey Mead is going to win. The 6'7" senior playmaker was one to watch in 2013 for his aerobatic catching and amazing hands. Week 3 against Broken Arrow showcased Mead's talents with this catch. Late in the game on the Broken Arrow 13, quarterback Zach Fisher takes the snap, floats the ball in the back corner of the end zone where Mead is there to make the catch for the score. The OU commit finished the season leading Union in receiving with over 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns. Number 6, Austin Reed of Broken Arrow. Week 6 on the road against Jinx was one of only 2 losses that Broken Arrow suffered during the 2013 regular season. That didn't stop senior receiver Austin Reed from having a huge game against the Jinx secondary. Late in the game on the Jinx 42, and quarterback Coleman Key out of the shotgun fires to Reed, who makes the catch over the defender inside the 10-yard line. Reed would finish the season averaging over 16 yards per catch and leading Broken Arrow with 14 touchdowns. At number 5, Stephen Parker of Jinx. 2014's number 1 recruit in Oklahoma and All-American Stephen Parker was the player to watch in 2013, dominating both sides of the ball. Week 9 against Bixby saw Parker continuing his tremendous senior season with this incredible grab. 2nd and 2 for the Trojans on their own 40. Nunley play action drops back, hits Parker, who makes the catch over a Bixby defender at the Spartans 25, literally reaching over and turning a would-be interception into a completion for Jinx. Parker averaged over 18 yards per catch in 2013 and had 9 touchdowns. The number 4 grab of the year goes to Kyle Mayberry, Booker T. Washington. Sophomore Kyle Mayberry had a pretty quiet season for the Hornets in 2013, with the exception of this catch against Broken Arrow that made tons of noise in Green Country. Quarterback Cordell Grundy out of the shotgun, rolls to his right, airs it out downfield. Mayberry goes up over the Tiger defender, making the diving catch at midfield for the Hornets. Number 3, Dylan Harding of Jinx. Stephen Parker wasn't the only threat through the air for Jinx. Dylan Harding had his share of highlight-worthy catches in 2013, including this one against Bixby. At the Bixby 45, Cooper Nunley fires a quick pass to Harding, who makes the catch off his own helmet. He secures the ball, picks up a couple of blocks, and sprints into the end zone for the Jinx touchdown in their 45-7 win over the Spartans. Ranking in at number 2, Day Williams of Sapulpa. Week 7 was a huge game for the Chieftains, who had just come off a heartbreaking loss to Bixby a week earlier. Wideout Day Williams helped lead Sapulpa to victory over Muskogee with this incredible catch. On their own 42-yard line, quarterback Sam Gotch takes the snap and rifles over the middle to Williams, who makes a one-handed grab in stride for the first down in Muskogee territory. Williams would finish the season with 273 yards through the air and 1 touchdown for Sapulpa. And the number 1 catch of 2013, Dylan Harding of Jinx. Making big plays is what Dylan Harding does best, and no play was bigger than this one. The catch, the one that people will talk about for years to come, against Union in 2013's Backyard Bowl. 37 seconds left in the game. Jenks down by 3 with the ball deep in their own territory. 3rd and 5 as Nunley lets it fly over the middle to Harding, who makes a grab, speeding 76 yards for the game-winning score in front of 19,000 screaming fans at the University of Tulsa, securing the win for Jenks and our #1 catch of 2013.
Wow, we have some great football talent in the Tulsa area.
So who are you going to pick for the big first ever outdoor cold weather Super Bowl?
Well, I don't think the Seahawks quite have as many weapons as the Broncos do. Plus, Peyton Manning has put together the best statistical season in the history of the NFL for a quarterback. You know, he broke both the passing touchdowns and passing yards record during the regular season.
Why can't you just say you think the Broncos are going to win? Stick around. There's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
The engineer and the artist. They usually live in different worlds, but when they work together, well, that's when you can get something really new, something special. Because when great thinkers work with great doers, 1 + 1 can equal 3.
Play PlayStation on your own time. We're trying to shoot a movie here.
I'm sorry, Sprite.
All right, sound ready? Slate in. Go.
Since we began, our artists and engineers didn't set out to make electronics or films or music. We set out to make you feel something.
Be sure and join us next week on Explore Tulsa as we plan to stop in for a treat at Cookies by Design.
We want to thank Jason and Jeff for sharing with us a few laughs at the Comedy Parlor.
Thanks too to Chris Langholtz and his brothers for teaching us a little bit about cell towers at AllTech Communications, and to Connie Stevens for letting us take a few spins with her crew at Howlett Motor Speedway.
Plus, thanks to the Explore Tulsa sports crew and all the area high schools for all the great action this season on the football field.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And we welcome Explore Tulsa's newest title sponsor, Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for $99 deal. 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.